Well, good morning. It's been a bit. Kelly and I went down to the coast, down to Panama City Beach, Florida, for our anniversary, 33 years. We had a nice little vacay, going back and forth along the coast, exploring the Gulf Coast. It was wonderful. But now we're back, and it's July 25th. And so we turn to the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, for God's daily dose of wisdom. And as I was reading through Proverbs 25, two verses jumped off the page, verse 16 and verse 27. And they both have to do with honey. Verse 16 reads like this: Have you found honey? Eat only what you need, that you not have it in excess and vomit it. Gross. Verse 27 reads, It is not good to eat much honey, nor is it glory to search out one's own glory. Okay, interesting. So obviously the writer is talking about honey in excess, that it's not a good thing. Honey in the Bible is a very good thing. It's referred to over and over again. In fact, the promised land, was a land that was flowing with milk and honey. And there are a lot of bees in the Middle East, in that particular region. And it shows the prosperity of the land, because in order to have a land flowing with milk and honey, you have to have dairy, you have to have either cows or goats or both, and you have to have a lot of flowering plants in order to support the bee population, in order to create all the honey. And so it is a land that is prosperous. It is producing a great deal for the people. And so honey is a symbol of prosperity. It's a symbol of something that's really good. But it's only good if it's done in moderation, as most things are. And so the author in Proverbs is warning us in 16. He's very explicit. Have you found honey? Eat only what you need, that you not have it in excess and vomit it. Even a good thing, if taken to excess, you'll vomit it up, and you won't even have the benefits that are found in honey if you had it in moderation, because it's gone. You barfed it all up. Now, science is kind of caught up with the Bible in regards to the benefits of honey. Did you know that there is a form of hydrogen peroxide in honey that, when ingested, our bodies use to help cleanse our body? I didn't know that either. So it's a wonderful thing, but it needs to be done in moderation. Now, verse 27 is interesting. It says, It is not good to eat much honey, nor is it glory to search out one's own glory. Now, this is the New American Standard Translation. There are other translations that give it a little bit of a different spin. And a lot of people might think, well, why is it that we've got these different ideas about one particular verse? And it can be completely different. Let me give you an example. In Proverbs 25:27, the actual literal words in Hebrew are, the search of their glory, glory. That's a little obscure. In Hebrew, it might be plain if you've grown up in that culture and you understand what the author is talking about. But when you translate it to English, it loses something in the translation. We don't really understand. And it's common in Proverbs, in the book of Proverbs, for a proverbial saying to leave out certain words, because it's common knowledge. It's something that is just understood, that's what the meaning is. It could be a negation of something. Similitudes, where they're comparing different things, they might leave out something because it's obvious. In this particular case, it becomes a little bit problematic. The search of their glory, glory. Okay. Who is meant by their? The search of their glory. What is he talking about? Well, in order to unpack this, we need to understand that word glory is the word kavod. It also means weighty or weight. So in one of the commentaries that I was reading in regards to this, we read this: the investigation of weighty matters is a weight. it can also be translated that way. He goes on, the commentator goes on. Thus, the clauses are shown to be well poised. Honey is good, study is good, but both may be used so as to be prejudicial. Eating may be carried to excess. Study may attempt to investigate things too hard or too high. In fact, the NIV translation translates this particular verse, Proverbs 25:27, this way. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to search out matters that are too deep. Interesting. Whereas in the NASB, it's a warning against pride. In the NIV, they're warning against excessive searching out of matters that are too deep. Now, God has given us all different varieties of gifts and different levels of understanding. And the warning here is not to try and go too far. Is it good to push yourself? Absolutely, it's good. Is it good to stretch? Yes, it's good to stretch. But God is infinite, and we are never going to be able to understand his attributes in their entirety because we are finite, and our finite brains cannot comprehend, nor can it contain all the knowledge of who God is. And that's actually a good thing. It's comforting to me because that tells me that God is real. He's incomprehensible. And that makes him real, because if he was comprehensible in his entirety, he wouldn't be God. So take comfort in the fact that there are mysteries about God that we will never be able to understand this side of eternity. We see through a mirror dimly, but then we will see face to face. My brothers and sisters, I love each and every one of you. And I pray that you go out and you make a difference in someone's life today. God bless you.